is Diana Castro, and this is Leaders with a Mission. And today I have an amazing person, someone who I have personally worked with, and someone who I admire. Her name is Genna Bobshever, and she's a leading South Florida wellness champion and dedicated health advocate who has influenced the industry for over 8 years. She is the owner of her own chiropractic clinic just outside of Fort Lauderdale. Dr. Genna's vivacious spirit and high commitment to the well-being of her clients has made her standout force in the community, earning her the Women Empowerment Expo Award for Community Impact in 2016. From prenatal and pediatric care to family wellness and beyond, Dr. Genna believes your health is in your hands, but her hands are here to help. Thank you, Dr. Genna.
Thank you.
I'm so excited because you have been making a big impact in the community. Tell me about that.
Working on that. I'm just doing my thing. Listen, I'm here to live out my mission and vision and help a lot of people. And in the process, I guess we win awards for doing a good job.
That's pretty cool. So let's start with the beginning.
Okay.
What is your definition of leadership?
Leadership to me is the ability to step up and to really show up every day in the capacity where you influence other people. So it's how you think certain thoughts in the morning. It's the rituals or the ways that you go about your day. It's how you communicate with different people. It's literally the actions that you do consistently so that other people take notice and then want to jump on board with your mission and vision.
What has inspired you to take that leap of leadership to the next level, especially in your industry?
So it's just what's inspired me is the idea to help more people. If I'm not out there where people could find me, then my reach is that much less. And if I really want to make the big impact that is my vision to make, then I have to be out there in the community, meeting people, getting in front of people, explaining to people what I do so that they can come and jump on board and want to be a part of that.
What do you think is a really important ingredient or probably tool people that are now in social media? What tool would you recommend them to use to amplify their message?
Really, all of them. I mean, you could spend so much time every day. There's Instagram, there's Facebook, there's Snapchat, there's Twitter. I mean, there's so many different things. There's LinkedIn. The cool part is that they're all free. So if you're just getting started, then why not have a presence on all of those? But what happens is as you build your business and your brand, it becomes harder while you're doing the actual work that is the part of your job to manage and maintain all of those. So I hire phenomenal people to help me out and be a part of my team, like for production, so that we could put our video and our image and our branding out there because it makes all the difference. So what's the difference between someone choosing my office or another office to go to for chiropractic care? Well, as in the example I used before with the video that 4 Productions did for our company, once we put that out there, that gave people an opportunity to get a glimpse into who I am as a person, what our business and our mission stands for. And then they, if they're going to see that versus not seeing that with someone else, who are you going to choose?
Yes, it gives you an advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so in answer to your question, we're talking about, you want to just be out there. Some venues allow you to pay to play kind of thing. And I think that some of those venues are moving more in that direction. But for the time being, it's not yet there. So why not put yourself out there, have your voice be heard, and start attracting your tribe and people that are on board with what it is that you offer.
So during this whole journey of leadership, is there anything that you have struggled with? And what have you learned from that? So
I had no struggles. I'm 100% perfect, yes, zero failure. So next question. What have I struggled with? It's like, what have I not struggled with? As an entrepreneur, which I think most leaders probably, well, not necessarily in the entrepreneurial position, but high up, where there's typically someone, I don't like using the word below, but there's someone that maybe reports to you or that looks to you or turns to you. And when you're in that position, you're going to learn to get to the point where you're at by making mistakes. And failure at the time can feel like the worst thing ever, but it's all, in hindsight, learning opportunities, right? So I've had multiple learning opportunities, read that as multiple failures, but a true leader will pick themselves back up, dust it off, and think of a different game plan, come up with a different business blueprint, come up with a different way of communicating, and go out there and continue to hustle hard every single day. That's what a leader does.
In your opinion, what is the most important ingredient for success?
Consistency. consistently working on the dream that you're dedicated to. And so, for example, for me, my days off are Tuesday and Friday. There's never really a day off, but those are the days I'm not in the office with patients. And I'm committed to working out with my trainer every Tuesday and Friday. So no matter what, I know that that's where I'm going to be. One day a week, I see my chiropractor. That's part of my commitment to my health. It's all the things that I do in my life. It's with my relationships. It doesn't matter if we're talking about work, personal. Everything that you do, if you want success, you've got to be doing things consistently. Repetition over time creates success.
Beautiful. I have a question. I think every person who goes to a chiropractic has this question.
Okay.
But maybe they haven't had the courage to ask it.
I hope I have the answer.
Why do you guys have like days in between off? Like,
okay.
It's like, what do you mean you're not open on Tuesdays?
They teach us that in school. We're actually open on Tuesdays now, by the way. But there's lots of different practice styles. And I'll say the reasoning behind it is that a lot of our job is also very physical. And so there's the part that happens when the patient isn't there. Like catching up on all of your notes, making sure that everything's being done right, training and growing and developing your staff and your team. There's the part where you're out marketing in the community. Like that's why I said before, it's not that it's my day off. That's the days that I'm out there giving public talks, speaking at different events, going to different corporations and sharing our mission and vision and doing community outreach. So, but on the flip side, part of why is that the job is very physical, what we do day in and day out. So, I would say the old school practice model was full day Monday, full day Wednesday, full day Friday. And then, some people had a little Saturday in there. And then there's models where people are open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then they take a long weekend. The thing that's cool about my profession is that there's no set thing. It'll never be a 9 to 5, okay? We stay open till 7 because the people who work a 9 to 5 need to be able to come in. And then we're also open Saturday morning because that's also a high volume time. That's when all the families want to come in and bring their kids in, because for some people it's hard during the week.
But I knew there was something in there. When I was going to my chiropractor, I'm like, why?
Who's closed on Tuesday?
Why? Who's doing this?
That's really why. There's so much that goes on when you're not face-to-face with the patient to make that practice be a success, to make and allow for the community to get healthier naturally. And you can't do that if you're in front of a patient.
Is there a book, maybe influencer, or is there a training that has inspired you to become a better leader in your community?
Yeah, there's so many, so it's hard to pick just one. One of my favorite experiential weekends was with Tony Robbins at Unleash the Power Within. I'm a high energy person, highly driven by fun and dancing. And I mean, that's a weekend of that. I was sore by the end of it. So I've actually sent team members to go do that training also, because it's all about mindset. So when you're being a leader, you're going to portray and attract the people that want a piece of you. And so for me, it's the energy and the fun capacity of what I want my team to encompass. So it's important that they get that, not always from me, right? A great leader is going to recognize and be coachable from someone else, because we can always learn more and grow more and become better. And for books, I love the Motivation Manifesto. I don't know if you've read that one.
No.
That was awesome. And then also I love the book You Are a Badass, but it's not specifically for leadership.
I love that lady. I'm just reading one of her books right now, and I'm like, please connect me to them.
Yeah.
It's so awesome. I love the way she writes and she communicates. It's so like in my language that it feels real.
Totally.
I love when people do things from an authentic source.
Here's the deal. We're all just people, right? So a lot of times at least I'll speak on my own behalf. In my experience, I've kind of looked up to people and kind of put them up here. And I was like, well, I'm here. How do I get to that? And I remember the first time that I was at a lunch at a chiropractic seminar with Gena. She's the woman that runs the International Chiropractic Pediatric Association. So as I'm in school getting extra training in pediatrics, family practice, and pregnancy, I'm like sitting next to her at dinner. And I was like staring at her. She was like, what's wrong with you? At the end of the day, she's just a person who does phenomenally well at what she does. But so many times we place people in a place where we forget that they're human beings and they think similar thoughts like we do. They go through their day, but they do things consistently to create the success
that they have.
Yeah.
Definitely. So to close it up, how would you define your mission? What kind of impact would you like to create in this world?
Sure. I'm already working on that one. My mission is to motivate and inspire people to live life to its fullest potential, and I use chiropractic as my venue to do that. But my vision is to be the epicenter of natural health in South Florida, so that before people are turning to medications and surgeries, they're coming in to see us so that we can help them get healthier from above down, inside out, so that their bodies are better healing, feeling, and adapting naturally.
I am so in love with that vision and mission because I mean, you know, because we've worked together. I'm so attracted to natural health. It's kind of, I feel that that's where we are heading to. We have had all these years of destructing our bodies, and this is something that it resonates with me. So the funny thing is that we attract those who are within the same vibration, for a lack of a better description. But it's beautiful because I love that this platform could probably reach people who would get to know you and who would get to meet you. And through this, they could also get their lives impacted. So thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
If you felt inspired by Dr. Genna, I invite you to visit her at favoritechiropractor.com and check her out. And if you are a leader or maybe an influencer or a business that is trying to position your brand as a top leader in your industry, I invite you to visit us at forproductions.com and subscribe. You will receive in return weekly tips on how to position your brand and magnify your impact in the world.